Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to our next episode of the New Japan Universe Mode. A big one here for you this evening, including 3 big matches: Adam Cole versus Naito, finally Ospreay versus Ricochet. In our main event, Jay White takes on Minoru Suzuki. And here we go, and just to start off the episode, as we always do, we have got another fantastic WWE 2K19 glitch. As you can see, for some reason, Kyle O'Reilly and Evil seem to have switched sides. Let's hope that is just for the screen and not for the actual match. Anyway, like I said, Adam Cole, with the Undisputed Era, takes on Tetsuya Naito. Yep, it was just the loading screen as here comes the Undisputed Era. As you can see, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Roderick Strong bringing up the rear because he's not a real member of the group. And of course, Adam Cole leading the Storm, the Force? I have no idea. I lost that. I committed to it and I ended up with a terrible sentence. I apologise. And his opponent is going to be the leader of the LIJ stable. And there he is, Tetsuya Naito, being joined, of course, by Evil. Right then, here we go. You know what I would love to see? I don't know if they might... I know there have been a couple of patches recently, but I don't know if they've not changed this yet. But I would love to see them bring back the 6-man tag elimination chamber. Because I think we've got some real interesting stables now that'd be really good to use on that. I mean, this would be a great match. Man, the Undisputed Era and LIJ locked in the cell. I mean, that would be amazing. I mean, even if we left Adam Cole and Naito out, it would still be a cracking match. I really rate that idea, but unfortunately they took it out. I did try and make it earlier on. There has been a couple of patches since, so I wonder whether that may now be added as a thing you can do. That'd be interesting. But at this point in time, it's not, well, I've not tried it. As of the time when I tried it a few weeks ago, it wasn't available, which is annoying because I really want that to work, but either way. Right, so Naito does take an early control. It makes you wonder, the winner of this match, what they would sort of get. I would imagine they would get some sort of boost in momentum and so forth, and of course, both of them will be looking to try and get themselves further up the card and maybe get themselves in a championship position. Undisputed Era not done amazingly well as I hoped in 205 Live. But maybe in this universe mode, it can really be an extra boost for them. Nice rake to the eyes there by Naito and Adam Cole. Naito forcing Cole away. Like I said, this will be a very interesting match. Both of these guys will want to get themselves in a championship picture, and a win here is going to be very, very important to that projection. A loss here will be very, very detrimental to towards their goals. Adam Cole now sending Naito into the corner. Looks to follow up, gets a face full of turnbuckle pad. As Naito, nice running dropkick right into the corner. So of course, as I said with this universe mode, it's going to be slightly longer, but there's also going to be more pay-per-views. We're going to go a bit more old-styley on this one. So still 3 matches an episode, but once we get to the pay-per-views, it's going to be a bit more interesting, and there's going to be, hopefully, 4 pay-per-views in this one. So we're going to have 3 minor pay-per-views, and then, of course, finish off with our big pay-per-view, which I was struggling to think of what it could be called, and somebody, I don't know why I didn't think of this myself, to be honest, but somebody, I can't remember who it was to give you a shout-out, to be honest, but I'm sure it's one of the regulars. Suggested Shabby Kingdom, which does make a lot of sense, actually. It would be quite cool to have Shabby Kingdom. But that'd be a really good way to finish things off. We've got some interesting stuff planned out. I'm really happy with this universe mode. It's It's exciting. I think the Never Openweight Championship style Open Challenge was quite fun last week. Bringing in new people to the roster, I think it's going to be pretty fun. But this is just the start. I think things are going to get better and better. Hopefully, anyway. See, Bobby Fischer distracted Naito. That's going to be the big thing with this match. Is that the people on the outside... I try not to have managers too often because they can affect the match a bit too much. But I felt like in this situation... I feel like I want to try and use them a bit more. I want to try and utilise a bit more. Try and build some storyline off them. I think that would be a great way of doing it. Adam Cole now stalking the grounded Naito. Super kick to the knee. Followed up by the Shining Wizard. There's the pin for the 1, the 2... and the 2 count. That is all. Adam Cole must continue. He brings Naito back up to standard base. Naito fights back there with the shoulder block, taking old Adam Cole down. Now Naito stalking Cole, maybe looking for the Destino. And he does go for it and hits the Destino now. There's the pin. 1, 2... and again, a kick out by Adam Cole. Interesting. This match is going long haul. Both guys hitting a finisher maneuver and both kicking out as well. Shows how important this match is to both of these guys' careers in this universe mode. A couple of early victories, like I said, can force you into a championship position. Which is exactly what these guys really want. That's the way you get power in these companies, isn't it? Adam Cole with a pin, but his feet are up on the ropes. Don't think the referee saw it, but Naito was with it enough to kick out. Nice running dropkick by Naito. Catching Cole right in the face, now boot in the gut. Cole fighting back with the elbows. Now a nice stiff forearm, but fighting back old Naito with the elbow as well. Naito now taking Cole up and drops him in that backdrop. Naito clubbing blows to the back of Cole, takes him up on his shoulders and takes him down. So like I said, after this match we are going to have a little bit of Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. And I feel like that match is going to be quite important in the junior heavyweight division. And then our main event is going to be, of course, Suzuki versus Jay White. A bit of beef left over from the G1 tournament where Suzuki was eliminated from the triple threat match via a low blow by Jay White. Of course, remember, Suzuki is the #1 contender for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, so if he was to lose that match to Jay White, then we'd have to consider giving Jay White some sort of opportunity as well. Only seems fair, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, if we come to it. Naito now taking Adam Cole up onto that top turnbuckle, stiff right hand and another, and a third, and Adam Cole just flopped back into the ring. That third one seemed to hit him pretty hard. And what a way this is to start a match off. I mean, start an episode off, should we say. Really, really strong. As now Naito up with the second Destino of the evening. Cole is very, very close to the ropes, but Naito is going to go for the pin anyway. 1, 2, and no, again, still only a 2. There wasn't a lot behind that kick out, but there was a kick out nonetheless. Naito now heads up to the top. He's stalking as Cole slowly gets back up to his feet. Went for the drop kick and maybe Naito just waited too long. And he got caught out. Naito stiff boot in the gut before taking Cole, looking for a scoop slam, but Cole slides out the back. A boot in the gut followed up by, the brain buster onto the kneecap. There's the pin by Adam Cole. 1, 2, and 3. Wow. Okay. So Naito hits 2 Destinos and just gets 2 counts. Adam Cole with that brain buster on the knee. That must have done a lot more damage than we assumed, to be honest. But it's a big move. It's one of Adam Cole's signature maneuvers, and it was enough to get in the victory here. This is massive for him, Adam Cole. Like I said, huge victory. Of course, Naito is one of the big 4. Well, he was one of the big 4. He's one of the big 3 now, I suppose, isn't he? In New Japan. That Okada, Tanahashi, Naito, and Omega. Well, that's in my opinion. I don't know if that's the standard opinion, but I've always classed those as the big four. And now, of course, Omega leaving. It's going to be the big three. And for Adam Cole to get a victory over one of the big three is going to be massive. And I do suggest that he's going to have to get some sort of benefit. I feel like having this victory is going to be very beneficial anyway. But I think as time goes on, we may see more from Adam Cole. I think this is a great way to build up some momentum to start off with. And that momentum obviously will boost his stats and make him stronger moving forward. Great victory. I'm sure Undisputed Era would love some extra gold. Of course, like I say, currently Fish and O'Reilly are the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. I'm sure Adam Cole, as the leader of this stable, would love to get his hands on some gold as well. And who knows, maybe Roderick Strong can be part of the Junior Heavyweight division as well. I'm not against that. That could be an interesting thing to do. Or maybe even the Never Openweight Championship. I'm sure Roderick Strong versus some of those guys would be pretty interesting as well. Roderick Strong versus Kota Ibushi, anyone? And here is match number 2 of the evening. It is going to be Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. And here he is then, arguably, well, both these guys are arguably the best high flyers in the entire world. First up then, we have got Will Ospreay. Next up then, we have got Ricochet now. Of course, it's only 1 or 2 days now until the next expansion comes out, which will include the correct and real Ricochet. This is the last time we will have to use the Ricochet core. But let's see if he goes out in a bang. Right then, Ospreay versus Ricochet, 2 of the best high flyers in the world. And just like the previous match, both of these guys will want to look strong here, because if they do, there could be a potential championship match in the future for them. Now, I am open to these guys being allowed a bit more movement. I mean, there are certain wrestlers who I think that are very much suited to the Junior Heavyweight division. However, these two, I believe, are 2 that could potentially have more options higher up the card. Alongside, well, Zack's probably the same sort of thing. Zack Sabre Jr., of course, could go both Junior Heavyweight or in the Heavyweights. I feel like these 2, and there might even be a few more as well, off the top of my head. I mean, I wouldn't be against giving Kushida some sort of opportunity, or Tajiri Ishimori looks like a big one, especially being on the lead as a Bullet Club now. I think there's a few of the cruiserweights that I don't really want to pigeonhole too much. Don't get me wrong, there are some guys that will stick solely as cruiserweights, but I don't want to pigeonhole people too much, and I really feel like there's other opportunities. I almost said a name there that I've got planned to bring in pretty soon. Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it anyway. Anyway, Ricochet now with the Tornado Heads as taking Ospreay down. Ospreay back up to his feet, and Ricochet's there waiting for him with the uppercut. But Ospreay fights him back with that big kick to the side of the head as well. Ricochet off the ropes, taking Ospreay straight down. I think I got most of that wrong, didn't I? Hey ho. Hey ho. The funniest thing, this is a really random now, I'm going to say. I'm only noticing this. Oh, hello. Let's leave that for a second as Ospreay goes up to the top rope. Ricochet on the outside. Ospreay, oh, looking for a knee drop, and actually breaks both his kneecaps. Is it scapula? Is it scapula your knee? No, scapula's not your kneecap. That's your collarbone, isn't it? What's your kneecap? I don't know. It's called something anyway. Yeah, so I'll just say there's a really random thing. I got a delivery today from Wish. I don't remember ordering anything from Wish. And it turns out when I was drunk, I ordered a stuffed Dragonite teddy. I don't remember doing that. So I'm currently sat here recording this video with a stuffed Dragonite next to me. I don't remember doing that at all, but it's happened. Anyway. Ricochet gets caught there with what was a pale imitation of potentially a Reverse Bloody Sunday. It was quite a short, wasn't it? There is the jump in. It's almost like a Canadian Destroyer DDT. Ospreay now draping Ricochet across that top rope. Springs him back. He's going to go for that handspring cutter. One of Ospreay's signature maneuvers. And look at Ricochet's position. I thought Ospreay might consider the Explosive 450. He doesn't need to. That springboard cutter was enough to get him the victory. Okay, that was a bit easier than I expected, you know. So like I said, I expect both of these guys to be involved in the junior heavyweight division. But I wouldn't suggest that they would be solely stuck in that division. I mean, there are some fantastic matches I would love to see. I mean, could you debate the likes of, I don't know, an Ospreay versus Tanahashi or a Ricochet versus Okada? Would you say no to them sort of matches? I think these two guys are more than capable. We do have a lot of great junior heavyweights, and I have ideas for some maybe a couple of extras here and there to join the roster. So I feel like we're in a pretty good position right now. And yeah, like I say, Ospreay could dominate this junior heavyweight division, or he could try his luck at maybe a little bit higher. Maybe, of course, he's already had an ever openweight championship match at Wrestle Kingdom before we started this universe mode. Maybe he could have an opportunity at an Intercontinental, maybe the United States Championship. Oh, hello, the referee's just been barged out the way. And here is our main event then. Jay White will take on the #1 contender for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, Minoru Suzuki. And here then comes Switchblade. I was saying earlier about Ishimori being the leader of Bullet Club. He's not, is he? Jay White's the leader of Bullet Club now, which I think is absolutely perfect for him. I mean, if there's ever two things that were destined to be each other, it's Jay White and the leader of Bullet Club. And here comes his opponent, and it is going to be Minoru Suzuki. Right, the bell rings, and we are underway in this match. Now, a little bit of a chance for Suzuki to get some sort of retribution, although it's worked out pretty well for Suzuki in the end. So remember the G1 Climax Festival, we had a few moments where the groups ended up as equal points, which was very disappointing for me. And therefore we had to do some buffer matches, including one which included both of these guys. Jay White went on to win that triple threat match, and Suzuki was pinned by Jay White after a low blow. So of course, of course, triple threat matches are no disqualification, so it was perfectly legal, don't get me wrong, but it's very much frowned upon, and because of that we gave, obviously, Suzuki the opportunity against Okada on episode #1 of this universe mode to have an opportunity to gain some retribution. He did that by becoming the #1 contender for Shibata's IWGP Heavyweight Championship. However, now he wants retribution on the man who caught him with that low blow, of course, in Jay White. The thing would be here, though, is if Jay White were to win this match and beat the #1 contender, would that put Jay White in some sort of a strong position to ask for a championship match himself? I think we'll cross that bridge as and when we come to it, because at the moment, Jay White's actually doing pretty well, to be honest. But at the moment, I'm really looking forward to Shibata versus Suzuki. I think that's going to be a great, strong style, classic match for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Nice guillotine hold there by Suzuki. And I like the way that guillotine hold almost drops Jay White into a DDT at the same time. And you see that Suzuki does lift his shoulders off the mat to make sure the referee doesn't count him down. That's the tricky thing with that guillotine when you take it to the ground, is you can get counted. Of course, there's in a pin. Jay White sending Suzuki face first into the mat. And now the battle commences on the outside. Suzuki runs back in. Jay White does follow him up to the apron, and there's a bit of a stare down here, a bit of an arguing going on. Jay White trying to get Suzuki to the outside, and Suzuki trying to get Jay White in, and Suzuki might regret that as he gets caught with the brainbuster. As now Jay White removing the top turnbuckle pad, exposing that steel link. There's the right hand by Suzuki, who then locks in the sleeper hold, but the referee's not watching. He's trying to sort that turnbuckle pad out. If Jay White goes out here, referee's not even going to notice. Now Jay White does manage to break free. But Jay White there have been punished for really taking his attention away from what he should have been doing, which was Suzuki, and concentrating on that top turnbuckle pad. That really backfired on him. Nice clothesline there by Suzuki, who now once again stalks Jay White. And when the sleeper hold doesn't work, we know we normally go for a pile driver. But at this situation, Jay White able to fight that away. Jay White now taking Suzuki down. And now Jay White stalking Suzuki. Can he lock in a switchblade? He does. Wow. Boom. Hits that switchblade into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Wow. Suzuki kicks out, but there wasn't a lot behind that kick out, was there? But Jay White is now in some form. He did some form control. Some firm control. Nice elbow drop right into the heart of Suzuki. And again, White takes a top turnbuckle pad off, this time of the other corner. And again, he should have been paying attention to his opponent, who now takes control of the match. Jay White now taking Suzuki up into an Ibushi bomb. Wow, the running... That's a Liger bomb, actually, wasn't it? The running sit-out power bomb. Now Jay White heads up top. We don't see him go high risk too often. But he does hit the elbow. White now springs Suzuki onto the far rope and rolls him through. Oh, but Suzuki fights back with the drop toe hold. And now just really wrenching that arm. And when you wrench the arm like that from that angle, you can pull it straight out the socket. It's possible to do. I've seen it before. I remember watching a PWG DVD a couple of years ago where it was the Super Smash Brothers. And player DOS actually dislocated... I think he actually dislocated his shoulder though by a dive and ended up popping it back into its socket himself as Jay White locked into the submission once again, and Jay White is out. And the referee has to stop the match, and there we go. Suzuki continues to build his momentum, working forward towards our first pay-per-view, which I still haven't checked. I really should do that, shouldn't I, really? I'm going to do that now after this episode. I'm going to check what is available. And Jay White, oh, stalking Suzuki, but Suzuki fighting back and clears the ring of Jay White. Jay White trying to get the best of Suzuki after the match, and I don't know, I feel like, is this the end of this, or have we seen the end? I'm not quite sure, but either way, Jay White tried his best there to try and get his own back on Suzuki, but it was just not going to be enough. And there we go then. That is the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like, and of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. Tomorrow's random match, but then after that, we have got for you 205 Live on the Tuesday. Then we're back with New Japan on Thursday for another massive match. And by then, hopefully, we will have named our first pay-per-view because I'll be seeing what arenas are available and that sort of stuff. Anyway, like I said, like, subscribe, that good stuff. And I will see you very, very soon for our next episode of the WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. Bye.